Hello there. It's been a while, right? Yeah, I don't think I've done much in my scrapbook this year so far, except print out photos and make a bunch of piles. But here we are, February 2022. I want to dedicate this day just to get some documenting done. I've been working on a lot of Patreon mail. I've been getting ready for an upcoming trip that my son and I are taking. It's just been a busy, productive month so far, but I feel like if I don't dive in and get something in my book, that I'm just going to get so far behind, and it's just going to weigh me down. I am giving myself a couple of hours. I'm already taking a bit of a detour on this day because school is canceled today due to the weather, which is unusual for Alaska. I mean, if there's like tons of snow, school's still going. Normally they cancel school if there's ice. My son is home today, and Tyler's teacher rescheduled our parent-teacher conference to today, and she wanted to do it on Zoom. So I am sort of giving myself from now until the time that I need to meet with her to get a chunk of this done. I might not get all the little details done, the finishing details, but I want to at least get things in pockets, journaling down, and just make some progress in this book. You can see that I'm starting with February. January is completely missing. I have it all printed out. I have piles ready to go. I like to work current and then go backwards. I've always done that. I think because current is it's at the forefront of my mind. Everything is right there in front of me. The memories are fresh. So it's easier for me just to do that and then go backwards. I'm also not going to do a lot of voiceover in this one. I may pop in here and there, but I've been enjoying vlogs where they're kind of quiet. I'm watching them work. I'm listening to music. And yeah, I kind of just want to do that for this video. And I hope you guys enjoy it. this is pretty much the gist of what I do. I go through the pile that I've accumulated over the last few weeks or month, and I sort of, my dog is snoring back there. Sorry for that noise. Emmy. She's old. You'll just have to bear with her. Anyway, I make piles of, this is after I printed photos. I make the piles of the photos and memorabilia that I've kept over the last few weeks, like envelopes, postage stamps, cards, tickets, my son's ski passes, just everything. So I go through it, I'm selective about what I want to keep, and I toss out the things that I don't. Then I go through all my embellishments, which is not so bad now because I got rid of so much in January. I'm happy to open that drawer and look through it for things, whereas before I would open it and just close it because it was so much. But now I have just the things that I truly love that I want to use, and then I'll go through my stamps, which I have yet to purge. I have a lot of stamps I want to get rid of, but I went ahead and just went through them quickly. That's another thing. I'm trying to be quick about this. I'm not necessarily speed running the February, but I only have a few hours that I can dedicate, and I want to get as much done now. After the piles, and after I pick those things out, I have my little kit that I've just made myself. I start to map out where I want the photos to go in the album. And I don't necessarily go chronological order. I want a nice flow from page to page, and February 1st might not look good with February 2nd. And I don't want to pressure myself into making that look good or putting it together if it doesn't look good. I want a nice cohesive look to my pages. I feel like we're in a time of documenting and scrapbooking where we can do whatever the heck we want. There are no rules. And in 2022, I'm going to say that right now. There are no rules. Don't worry about trends. Don't worry about what's not in. Don't worry about what's hot right now or what embellishment is in or what stamp that you do or do not have. Don't worry about it. Just do what you want to do. Because all it comes down to is your photos and your memories. All the other stuff, the decorative stuff, that's a nice thing to add in here and there, but that's not necessary. So trust me when I say to not worry about those things. So there's my little ramble. Moving on. Through my Patreon, I created something that I had never done before, and that was a vision board for what I wanted to accomplish this year with my documenting. It was just like an inspiration board for myself. I wanted to, rather than take a crappy photo of a food, for instance, I have horrible lighting in our house, in our dining room, in the wintertime because there's no light. It's dark, and I've got this yellow light, and my kitchen or my dining room table casts sort of like a red hue. So like when I take a picture of, for instance, like Lunar New Year, it just doesn't look good. I don't want to put that photo in there, but the memory is here, and I want to capture that in a different way. So one of the things that was on my vision board was to either draw the food or collaging the food with just simple paper. And I feel like I'm adding more of that artistic illustration side of me that I don't put in enough, I feel. I think before in the past, I relied too heavily on photographs, which I still love. I still love photographs and taking pictures of details and whatnot. Another example is I had brunch with my sister-in-law, and we met at this cute cafe, and I had this really cute toast with smoked salmon and cream cheese and pickled onions, and it was really pretty. But because I was immersed in the conversation with my sister-in-law and I had a great time being with her and just being present, I didn't want to sit there and try to stylize this toast and our table and move things around just so that I could get a pretty picture for my scrapbook or even a pretty picture to post on my Instagram. I just wanted to enjoy my time with my sister-in-law. She's a lovely, lovely person, and yeah, so I just wanted to enjoy my time. I didn't want to focus on the picture. I did take a quick snapshot of the toast because the colors were so pretty. I took the ugly photo and I just sketched it out, and I did my journaling over that sketch, and I love how it came out. I didn't need that style photograph of our brunch because I have the memory and the conversation in my heart and in my head, and I, wrote down a little bit of that in the journal card or on the journal card with a quick illustration of the toast. I'm not even like super happy with this illustration. It's not something that I would post on Instagram. It's not something that it was just a quick illustration. It got me to draw, which is another goal of mine, is to do more sketching and drawing for myself rather than always keeping the goal of monetizing. That 2022 vision board is sort of coming into play, and I'm just kind of keeping that in mind as I'm going. right, are you guys still with me? This was a long one. I didn't realize how long this vlog would be, but I wanted to show as much as my process as possible to kind of keep things authentic. As much as I appreciate those very stylized and product forward layouts that I see on my Instagram, I want to show a different side of that. My goal for myself is that it doesn't have to be perfect and polished. I just want to get it done, not in the sense of like I don't want to deal with it anymore. I just want it to be there and not be held back by not having a certain product. I don't want that to stop me from putting my memories into my book, writing out my stories, printing out photos. If you're one of my patrons, you know that I am constantly preaching about using what you have. Just keep that in mind. If you're ever like doubting yourself in scrapbooking, or you're in a place where you're like, I'm just really not, I'm kind of bored with it, because I was there too. And I'm not at all saying that you don't need a kit subscription or you don't need the latest product. Those things the kits are great. They're a great way to add to your inventory of your embellishments and your stamps and your papers. But if you don't have those things, if you don't have the means to get those things, don't worry about it. Use what you have. I hope you guys understand where I'm coming from on my little bit of babble, but truly nothing but love for this art of documenting our photos and memories. I hope you enjoyed this vlog. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!